There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another Hobby CNC with Dave and with Ryan and with Paul, my little gang here. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying warm, man. We got another, we had that false spring where they teased us with 80-degree temperatures. In fact, you remember, I think it was last Wednesday. I said I've done something I haven't done in a long time, and that was turn on my AC. Next day, I shut it off.
Yeah.
It's It was on for one, and that's why I kept putting it off to turn it on because I thought, well, it got up to like 77 in the house, and me and Bear was both panting around here, and I was like, okay, well, let me turn it on, and then of course the very next day, boom shakalaka, cold, cold weather.
Yeah,
So
we had it. It was 66 degrees at 5 o'clock. And by 11 o'clock, we had the grass was covered in snow.
yeah, it's
I was like,
crazy weather, crazy weather. Sometimes I wonder. I mean, I guess it's always been crazy, but sometimes I wonder if somebody's not pushing buttons and going, "Hey, let's freeze these folks out down there or something." I don't know, but yeah, it's but now it's we got up to I don't know 55 or so today, and it's supposed to start warming up the rest of the week, and before long we'll be griping about how hot it is, I guess. So,
I won't.
well,
Not
yeah,
me.
I
I
hate
like
the
it hot.
cold.
Now sometimes it gets too dadgum hot, but I can take the heat a whole lot better than I can take the cold. So,
Yeah.
but anyhow, all right. Well, Paul, tell us what's been going on in Paul's messy workshop this week.
Well, not a whole lot. Well, listen, as far as the weather goes, it was 26 here today. And up in the UP at Marquette, they had a blizzard over the weekend and they got 4 feet of snow,
Oof.
as in
4
48
feet.
inches. Yes, yes.
Good God.
And it's terrible up there. They just have no place to put it. They can't get the roads clear. The powers they had up in the upper lower peninsula, they had where my son has a Airbnb. They had 24,000 people without power due to the weather.
Oy,
And
oy.
now where we are, we didn't get any snow. It was just cold. But yeah,
Yeah.
don't come to Michigan if you don't want cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not much going on in the messy workshop. Uh, my friend Matt Haas asked me to make another Marcus Aurelius statue, so I did
Hmm.
that and got it off to him today. And I bought a new laser paper printer, and that's about all that's been going on.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Ryan, what have you got to say for yourself?
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Well, I've been, of course, working hard here in.
By the way, your wife, I'm sure, doesn't watch this show.
No,
Did you get that marketplace thing you were looking at the other day?
not yet.
But you're
It's
gonna.
probably. There's actually two things on Marketplace that I need to get, but they're like not in places that I normally drive to.
Okay, all right. So
So
we're talking special trip to.
yeah, yeah, and so it's
All
like
right.
I'd like to
Yeah,
get that.
Rex can go for a ride. Come on.
Yeah, that's very true. He might need to eat some more seatbelts. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
he did delete the third row seatbelts in my wife's car, so he said they are
Yeah,
not needed. I'm going to eat them.
yeah, yeah.
But
Now is that the? Looks like you got the A1 going down there on the floor.
yeah, that's actually my son's A1, the
Yeah,
one
but
that I
wasn't
gave
it
him.
down for a while?
Uh, he said it was down. But I brought it down here to check out and to use if I could, and I did calibrations on it and stuff, and it was running fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I
But
thought I must be confusing because I thought you had a small gloom of doom on that one too.
I did, yeah, I did last week, yeah, and but I fixed it, so
Okay, all
it's
right.
back up and running now.
Yeah, looks
And
like it's
actually,
getting it now.
right here, after the P1S is done with its current print, I have a new extruder gear dipped into it because it will not. I can't do any printing out of the AMS right now
Oh,
because it won't. I guess like if you're printing out of the AMS, like it doesn't really jam the filament into the extruder. But when you're using an external spool, you load it, so you're kind of giving it some gusto to get it loaded up in there. And I guess the gears on the extruder have worn down to, or it just doesn't want to grab the filament anymore. So
Are you replacing them with plastic ones or
no,
brass?
no, I got these. I got this really nice one off of Amazon, and it's all brass. Uh,
Nice, nice.
it, it wasn't. It was like $1 more expensive than the plastic one. So
Well,
yeah,
that was an easy decision, wasn't it?
sure was. So when it's done with its current print back there, I gotta swap that over tonight and put another long bunch of prints on it. So fun.
okay. Now it looks like the soul ball is lit up, but is it not?
No.
It's still
Yeah, it's
down.
down right now. Yeah, I ordered a new. I did. The print heads came in stock on their website finally a couple days ago. So I ordered one. I'm just waiting for it to show up,
Okay, all right. And
and
that.
then we can probably start the monster.
Okay, cool. And then we won't be able to see that stormtrooper at all because you'll have stuff stacked up higher, huh?
Well, I can put it on top of the Soval.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
So the what we're talking about is in my last video that I put out last week, I said at the end of the video that making these machines here. Let me grab one real quick. So this is what is considered the light version. So this is a slightly smaller version than the bigger machine that's back there. However, it still dispenses a 2-inch ball. So what a few people in the group that are making these things have done is they've actually taken this and scaled it up to still fit on regular 256 build plate. And by doing that, they can then put like a 3-inch ball into the machine, which makes it so that they can put bigger things in there. Well, my thought was go really big. And I can scale this one up by 275% if I do it on my Soval SV08 Max, which means that instead of a 2-inch ball, I can do a 6-inch ball. So, for taking it to, if I'm gonna like take these things to shows and sell stuff to be thrown into the landfill, might as well have
Might
some
as well
kind of
do
a
it with
gimmick.
big balls. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
do it with big giant balls. You got to have big balls to make a big machine.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so-
That's right.
So we're so I can do that. So just as a point of reference as to the size of the two machines. So this is the screw out of one of these normal size machines. This is the 275% bigger screw.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Now,
so it's going to be really big.
now on the small machines, How much are you going to sell the tokens for?
Oh well, really depends on what's going to be in them, but like most of the time, I'm doing these little guys here. You know, stuff that fits into the little ball. This is a little Pokemon deal, and so I'm going to be selling these. Well, there's more to it than just how much the tokens are, but in general, I'm doing it for $3 or 2 for $5. But there's more to it than that, and like there's going to be other stuff in the machine.
Like the golden candy bar?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, there's going to be some of these that have additional coins in them. So you know, you might get instead of one, you might get 3 coins, and then be able to get 3 of them. Or there might be a special one of these things in there that gets you something else. So, yeah. So we'll see. It turns out I thought the show was this weekend, but I was incorrect. It is next weekend, which is good because it buys me a little more time.
That's better than last weekend.
Yeah, much better. Much better. Yeah. So I'm making a few of these small machines to sell. That's what's all over the table, blocking the Stormtrooper. I'm making 4 of these of this size machine.
Yeah, I like the color combination on that one.
Yeah, I do too. I really like that. This is the Ranger CNC green.
Yeah,
And all that. So it's a good one. I like it. But so
yeah, I like
we'll see.
that.
Yeah, and I've also still been fighting doing paperwork. I hate paperwork, but been doing the paperwork for the 2x4 Ranger CNC, like the build sheets and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, but it's coming along. It's just slow. I hate doing it. So.
Now, when you sell those, are you going to sell, when I'm talking about the Ranger CNC,
Yeah.
are you going to sell it with paper documentation or digital?
It'll be digital.
Digital, okay.
Yeah, but you're also going to get a bunch of parts.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, so you know you get the parts kind of like what the old Gatton CNC was. It was the parts that you need to have precision and a CNC to cut. You'll get those, and then you cut the rest of it. So,
Right.
yeah. So it'll be pretty good, I think. But I gotta get them done. But there's only so many hours in a day.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what?
What? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, a week or so ago, I had that little hiccup with my bamboo
Yeah.
thing, and then all of a sudden I held my mouth right, I guess, when I was pushing that connector back in, it started working. Well, I'm happy to report that I have been running the fool out of that thing,
Good.
and it has not skipped a beat. It's just like it was before the little hiccup. So,
Yeah. Well, speaking of Facebook Marketplace, a P1S showed up on Facebook Marketplace the other day with an AMS, and he was describing having the same problem that you were having. And he had already bought a new fan and stuff, but just hadn't put it in. And he wanted $250 for it.
yeah, how far did you have to go to get it?
Oh, I really wish I would have, because I could really use it right now. But I showed unusual amount of restraint and did not go immediately and say, I'm coming right now to pick it up.
Yeah.
Your wife is home, huh?
Yeah, she's home. Yeah, she's home.
Yeah, that takes.
If she
took
wasn't
care of
here,
that.
it would be sitting right there. Yeah. So
Well, I was a little concerned when mine was messing up because I'm like, man, it's not like I run the thing every single day, but it's just so dependable. Like I'll think of something I need, I come right here and I draw it in Design Spark Mechanical, I save it as an STL, and boom, I send it over there, and I get up and go do something else. I come back and it's there.
Yeah.
It just works so great. And then when
Yeah.
it, I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy another one of them? Am I going to buy, one of those, different, you know, I probably would have bought the exact same thing like what I got, but I'm glad that I didn't have to because I've been spending so much money here lately. I need to, probably not as bad as Ryan, but I didn't want to spend money on another 3D printer. But now that that one's back working, like I said, I have been just running. I ran it all night last night. I just set something up that was a long run, and well, it was about a 4 hour run, and went on to bed, and it finished sometime during the night. Got
Yep.
up, parts ready, and just hit the button and let it take off and go again. So I've been running all kinds of stuff, and
I was talking in my next week's video of stuff going on this week. I was saying to the camera as I was in here filming, I was like, look, I'm already saying something to my wife about like, if this is going to go, I'm going to need to buy another machine to keep up with stuff. Well, I think that's when the P1S heard me, and her name is Amber Heard, and that's when like immediately that's when she started giving me problems. So
Yeah.
I was apologizing. I was telling her, hey, this is not you. I'm trying to help you with the burden of the amount of plastic that we got to put into the landfills. So I just need you to do what you need to do, and we'll add to help you.
yeah.
I almost had to buy her flowers, I thought. So
Yeah. Well, if that thing takes off, I can see, Ryan's print farm back there. You're gonna have to buy more
Oh, yeah.
shelving and
You'd be spending $1 million on a building.
yeah, I already got one of those, but it's all full of other shit. But yeah, it is interesting, like being a part of one of these groups where people do sell a lot of 3D printed stuff. I mean, some of these folks are doing really well for themselves. There's, I mean, this is more of an anomaly for the things that I don't know anything about Pokemon. I mean, I know that the yellow one's Pikachu, but I really don't know anything about these other ones. But I would prefer to do like more. Not adult themed is not the right terminology because I don't need Hooters, 3D printed plastic Hooter.
what are you putting
But,
in them balls?
No. The little blue pills, evidently. But like wine bottle holders, like home decor, the higher end 3D printed stuff is the stuff that I would prefer to do. But we'll see. We'll do some more of the low hanging fruit first,
Yeah.
and go from there and see what happens. So,
Well, hopefully that takes off for you, and you can sell lots of balls and machines.
yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice.
It looks like my buddy's wanting to
Oh yeah.
You
photo
will.
bomb again.
Hello.
What you want?
Hi, Bear. Hi,
What's
Bear.
going on, Bear?
Hi,
Yeah.
Bear.
I will report that his birthday is, depending on which paperwork I look at, it's either March the 4th or March 29th. So we're just calling it March, and so he's a year old now, and I'm very happy to report he has been super good. And when I say super good, I'm talking about letting me know when he needs to go out. He goes over to the door, turns around facing me, and then sits down.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And
good.
and when I open the door, and I'll say, all right, go on down there and go potty. And he'll go out, and he does it so quick, I don't even close the door. I just stand there with the door cracked. He runs down the steps, makes it, steps away from the bottom of the steps, a few steps, does his business. The whole time he sees me looking at him, and then he's like, comes right back in. So I'm like, man, that's perfect. Don't wait, don't dilly dally around. Just when Daddy says go potty, go down there and do your business and come on back in. So he's doing just
Well,
really,
if you split the difference, I mean, like today could be his birthday.
yeah. Well, we just call it pretty much any day, I guess.
Every day.
I
It's
got.
every
I went and got him. We went to Tractor Supply today.
Everybody put a happy birthday bear in the chat. Come on now.
Yeah, we went to Tractor Supply this morning because I had to get some dog food, and I bought him some. It's a milk bone treat, but it's not the old kind of crunchy milk bones. It's a soft, chewy kind. I'm not sure what they got in them, but he seems to really like those. So I guess we could call today his birthday or whatever. Like I said, he's doing real good, and I couldn't be happier because he has been a challenge. Old Rocky and Big Jack had me really spoiled because they set the bar pretty high, but this one's coming along pretty good, so can't complain.
That's
All
good.
right, I got some stuff I want to talk about tonight, and I'm hoping to get some information from our really smart people in the chat. I hope we have some really smart people in the chat.
Well, I mean,
All right, now quit chewing on the blinds. See, I just bragged on him. He's over there chewing on the blinds. Hey, I was just bragging on you. Quit chewing on stuff. And don't jump up here, no. No, and don't ask me why, but I've been catching some videos popping up in my YouTube feed about this Windows 11 debacle. And I guess, of course, Windows 10, Microsoft stopped supporting that October 14th last year. So it's been about 6 months now that they haven't done it. But I guess there's like they estimate there's 500 million people that have Windows 10 computers, but have not, because they were older computers, and Microsoft, said no, we're ruling your computer to be obsolete and not suitable for Windows 11 because it doesn't have that TPM
something.
chip or whatever it is in there.
I'll be right back.
And so I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos where people are talking about that, and I don't know why, because it's been 6 months ago, but they're just these videos I've been watching are like released 3 or 4 days ago, and fairly recently. So, but anyway, I guess there's another, and this is what I wanted to ask. Wade says there's a hack to get around that. Well, here's what I want to know. I've been hearing some stuff about an operating system called Zorin, Zorin. So that's one question I have. Does anybody have it? Has anybody installed it instead of going to Windows 11? And if so, does it run everything that Windows will run? I don't have an issue. Both my computers, although this one I think I bought, I want to say 2019, and then the one out there in the shop is pretty much the exact same computer, only a little bit newer, a little faster maybe. I think I bought it in 2022, I think. So even that one out there is about 4 years old. This one's what, 6 years old or something like that. Going on 7, I guess. But I have Windows 11 running on both of these without any issue. But then I also think, hey, quit chewing. I also think that all this time I may be doing stuff and all my stuff is being shown all over the cloud or something. I don't know because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of pros and cons to that. Get in. All right, let me read some of these comments. Michael Horton, I do have it, and it's a branch of Linux and does not run Vectric. Okay, well that's good to know. See, that's I don't do a whole lot. Well, I say I don't do a whole lot. I do a whole lot, but as far as a computer, I would need it to definitely run Design Spark Mechanical. I would need it to run Vectric. I would need it to run the Open Office org, whatever, that little suite. It's like the free suite of stuff that's like the Microsoft Excel and all that. So I use the spreadsheet in that quite a bit. And just regular internet browsing and shopping on Amazon and stuff like that. So Marcelo says he has 3 PCs on 10 and one with 11 and have no issues. Okay. Well, I haven't really had any issues, but I just wonder how much, all this, and maybe it's just fear mongering. I don't know, but this one guy that I've been watching, I watched 2 or 3 videos of his, and he's talking about how Linux is an option, although it doesn't run certain things. And I don't know anything at all about that Zoron. I just heard about that a little while ago when I was watching the video. So I don't know. I don't guess it's any big deal. I mean, because I've been on Windows. I just looked before we went live tonight, and I've upgraded from 10 to 11 on this machine June of last year. So I guess whatever personal information they were going to get, they probably already got it by now. So
Yeah.
so maybe it's not worth trying to do anything. But and of course, in the CNC world, and I see Wade says his CNCs are all on Windows 11. See, my CNCs aren't on a computer. I've
Mine
got,
aren't either.
I've got that Masso G3 Touch on my big machine out there, and the more I use that thing, the more I love it. That it's not tied into any kind of computer. It's just so nice to go out there and just flip the switch on the power strip, and that thing boots up, and you go. Now, of course, I still have to use this PC or the one out in the shop. I usually use this one to create the G code with Vectric, but then I don't even have to use the good old thumb drive anymore. I use that Masso link and just drag and drop the thing and hit send, and it's within a few seconds it's out there. So
Nice.
that's really sweet. And by the way, I was speaking of videos. I was watching this one guy. He's one of my favorites. That Corvette guy.
Oh yeah.
He was doing a video,
Now you put that
and
in.
one of his typical videos where he's always tearing down something else. Well, he was talking about Masso, and going on and on about how
It's
he
not
thinks,
grounded.
well, how he thinks they're misleading because they say it's the no PC needed and stuff. And he said, well, you still got to have a PC to do the G code and yada, 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 yada. And I remember 8 or 9 years ago when Chat sent me that first Masso, that second generation Masso. And one of the reasons why I didn't use it is because I was an old diehard Mach 3 user. Always had plenty of PCs around, and even got rid of the serial ports and started using the UC 100s and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they just worked. So, I remember when I first got that Masso, I'm like, well, yeah, you don't need a computer, but you still need a monitor because at that time it was just the green thing. You still need a keyboard. You still, and I'm like, it's not that big a deal. It's that you don't, I didn't think it was that big a deal because they say, well, you don't need a computer, but you still kind of need all this other stuff. But the more that I have used even that second generation, and particularly the G3 Masso Touch, the more I can really appreciate the no PC thing because it's kind of like to me, I worked all kinds of job shops before. And that was my job is I was the person that drawing the 3D models and doing the programming for the big lasers and all that kind of stuff. Well, when you walked out in the shop, and it didn't matter which shop I worked at, when you walked out in the shop, none of those things had a PC out beside the machine. They all had a lot of times, proprietary type controllers. So you either took a thumb drive out to all of them, or if you all had them networked or something, you might be able to send it out there that way. So I can really appreciate how that's a cool thing. Now, for somebody like me, I got one machine out there, and it's nice having that Masso link and stuff, but it's not that big a deal. But if I had six machines in a shop that I was making stuff and selling,
Yeah.
I would want every one of them running on a Masso, and that way you don't have to worry about any of the problems with Windows stuff and updates and viruses and all that kind of stuff. And you only have to worry about it on the one computer that you're using to use Vectric or Mastercam or whatever it is your software you're using to generate
Oh,
your
yeah.
code.
Well, and they all work the same too.
What do you mean by that,
All,
Paul?
all the
Well, if you
massive
have a Masso on every machine, then the
same work.
controller on every machine is the same.
Well, yeah, the controller is, but I mean each Masso would be configured to whatever machine it's on.
Right.
Like at a machine shop, for example, you might have three NC mills. One of them might be a Haas, another one might be a Tormach, another one might be a Doosan or something. So yeah, they all have the same controller, but they're all configured differently based on that machine. But in whatever software you're using, like you can do it in Vectric and Mastercam and all those others are the same way. When they go to post code, you just select which machine
Yeah.
post processor you're going to send it to, and it'll do the right code. So just makes it super easy. But yeah, I got a kick out of my old buddy, the Corvette guy, because he was giving Masso heck, and I'm like, yeah, he just doesn't get it. He's still
Well, I,
thinking, that everybody's a hobbyist and they got to have a PC at the machine, and that's just not the way it works anymore. So,
it took me a while to get him to stop showing up in my algorithm, and now my phone has heard you say it, So now
Corvette guy.
I'm
What
sure
is it?
he's
Corvette guy 50 or something like that. I can't
something
think of
like
it.
that. And now it's going to show back up in my algorithm again.
Yeah. Well, you're
Every
welcome.
time he yells, he's yelling. He's usually yelling about somebody's grounding.
Yeah. Nobody. Well, everybody's an idiot but him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to mention his channel a whole lot because I don't want people going and checking him out. But it's like his whole channel revolves around
Him sitting on his
tearing
couch,
down everybody else that's trying to do something.
sitting like this, and yelling about somebody's grounding on his couch. It's like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway,
Hey, he's got a good sized channel, so hey,
yeah,
good
he's
on
got
him.
he's over. I think he's got about 120,000 subscribers or something.
Yeah.
So apparently, there's a lot of other people that are jerks
I'm
too
doing
that,
something
that like
wrong.
him. But like I said, I don't think I've ever watched a video where he's really saying somebody did a good job with something. He's always finding fault. That's what his
Oh
whole
yeah.
channel is about.
Yep.
Let me pick this to death. You know, it's like everybody every DIY person that wires up their own controller, they're supposed to be a super electronic engineer or something like he is. So anyway. So I don't know. I may look around at that Zorin operating system. Did anybody say they had that or not? Or I think it was Linux. What
Yeah.
somebody said they had.
Yeah.
who
Somebody
said
said that they did have it.
Oh, and they
Yeah,
said it wouldn't run Vectric. I think right.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, right, right. Michael Norton said that.
But also, John Thompson had a really good thing for his dog Major. He put the bells on the door, and he hits them on the paw when he has to go out. That's pretty cool.
He's got bells on the door. Is that what he's
Yeah,
doing?
he hangs bells on the door, and so when the dog needs to go out, the dog goes over and hits the bells.
Ah, wonder if I could train Knucklehead to do that.
Oh, you can train him to do anything. What in there? That one big giant white poodle or something like that will talk. He's got all kinds of buttons on the ground, and it will have a conversation with the owner. Yeah, I forget what the dog's name is, but those are some crazy videos to get sucked into because you watch those for like an hour of teaching animals what the different buttons do, and Puddles wants to go outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, Bear has got where he goes over to the door and turns around and sits down and just stares at me, and that's my cue to get up and let him out. And he's been doing that real good. But the bad thing, just like now when he was in here pawing at me, and then he gets done, he goes, "Did he really want something?" Because a lot of times he'll do that, and then I look back in here. I think I think he's on the bed in there. I'm not sure. But how do I know there's not a big pile of crap out in another room somewhere? So hopefully not. But because I do try to make sure he goes out and takes care of that before we get on here, and then I'll let him back out once we get off right before we go to bed. So he's doing pretty good.
Good,
So.
very good.
Yeah, Leo's apparently seen that guy. Says, yeah, he's always talking about fire and everybody's an idiot. They don't know how to ground nothing, and
Yep.
he's quite a character. Doug says, Dave, if my dumbass dog can ring her bell, you can teach Bear. All right. I hope your dog didn't hear you say that.
Well, he typed it.
But Bear needs to go in the woods. Yeah, he. That's probably the only complaint I have about him now is when I let him out, he'll go down the steps of the deck and he don't go very far. And a lot of times he'll do his number two right there at the bottom of the steps, like right where you're going to or where I'm going to step anyway. So I always have to watch. I don't want to go down there without a flashlight if it's dark, because I wish he would get. And he has gone sometimes on out in the woods when I'm out there walking with him. But if I just let him out to go, it's like, nah, I'm not going any farther than I have to. Just, you know, barely gets off the steps and lets her rip. But
Rex will poop in my wife's flower beds. It's his favorite place to poop.
no, it's
awesome.
fertilizer.
Yeah.
But, all right, well,
He backed up to a bush the other day and pooped on it. It was so awesome. I was so proud of him.
yeah, Bear did something today that made me think of your dog Rex. As he was going down the steps, and going down from my deck, there's probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 steps going down. And speaking of the devil, he's slowly taking his time because he's sniffing each step as he goes. Well, he gets down almost to the bottom and he stops and he sits down, but he's sitting on one of the steps, kind of like Rex did when he sits on the stoop.
Yeah, Rex does that every day.
So, yeah, he heard us talking about him. He come back in here. He's getting bigger too. I've got that little harness I put on him when we go somewhere because I don't want him to pull out of his collar. So I put that harness on him, and when I first started putting it on him, I had to cinch it up to get it good and snug, and now it's like I can't hardly get it fastened. So I'm going to have to loosen it up again.
Nice.
But, anywho, let's see what else. I didn't really watch any much CNC news this week. Something else I've got kind of hooked on lately is these machining CNC video shop tours. There's a YouTube channel called Practical Machinist, or is it Impractical Machinist? I think it's Practical Machinist. But they go do these shop tours, and when I say shop tours, most of the time it's somebody with a CNC mill and maybe 2 or 3 of them in their 2-car garage, or some kind of a small building like that. And they're making a living. Just, there was one guy, I can't think of what his name is now, but he's, I believe he was in Ohio. And he's just got a little path where he walks, but he's got some really nice equipment in there.
Nice.
And he's been doing it now for about 4 or 5 years, I think, making a living 30 feet from the house. Walks out his door, walks out to this garage, and he's at work, which is a good. Will you quit messing with them blinds? I guess you want to see out, and I got them closed so that you can't see.
Daddy, I need to see outside.
Jerry's been watching the YouTube videos on triple bypass and recovery.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Jerry. It's something. If they say you need to have that done, then by all means you need to have it done. And I can tell you, I had a quadruple, and it's no fun. I was in the hospital 11 days, and a lot of times I was scared that I was going to die and hoping I would. Other times, so. But once it's all over and you get on the road to recovery, you're glad you got it done. So it's better that they're catching it now than like I did, and I was calling 911 and hauling off in an ambulance, having the the one they
Yeah.
call the widow maker, except I fooled them. I wasn't married, so I guess it didn't get me. But yeah, that's no fun at all. So at least you'll be going in scheduled, and you know should be a little better that way. But we'll be praying for you, buddy.
Get the
It's
old rotor rooter done.
yeah,
Yep.
you can you you'll make it and be good as new. Probably lose some weight, whether you wanted to or not. And, be feeling a lot better, I imagine, when it's all over with. You know, yeah,
Heck yeah.
Leo had a quad too. So it ain't none of it fun. None of it fun, but it is what it is.
Very much so.
Uh, what else we talk about CNC? Well, we still got a few minutes left. Like I said, I hadn't really watched. I did watch the CNC Labs latest thing, but I think been about a week or so ago now. Um, there just hasn't really been, and there hadn't been any more videos from that one guy for the you know the one I'm talking about, the one with the clickety click in his bearings.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
now he's
think
got to wait because he's getting something else from Canada, I'm sure. So he's gonna have to wait a couple weeks for that one to show up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there were some interesting things that happened after those videos came out.
yeah. Let's see, what's Jerry saying? They got in there to do 3 stents and had to stop. Okay, 80% blockage. Well, they'll get you cleaned out. Like I said, you'll be as good as new.
Heck
So,
yeah.
when is it? When is it you go in, Jerry? Do you know?
I think he said within like the next 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you posted it on Facebook, that it was
Yeah.
a
Yeah, but
couple of weeks or
much better
so.
to have caught it early.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. Well, I hate to get talking about all this heart attack stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. I had. It's not like It's not like when I had my heart attack. I was just one of those guys that never went to the doctor and all that kind of stuff. Which I am kind of one of those guys that don't go to the doctor much, but or at least the primary care physician. But I can't even go to him anymore because he's dead. I outlived him. So he always used to tell me to lose weight, and then he had a heart attack before I did. So,
See?
but
Wasn't that was his name Dick LaLane or something like that? Or
Jack LaLanne.
Jack LaLane, yeah.
Lorraine? Yeah.
Yeah, and he would like run every day and all this other crap,
Yeah.
and then he fell over from a heart attack.
Yeah,
Well, that's like
yeah,
the guy that wrote the book, The Complete Runner. What was his name? Fisher or Fish, something like that. And
yeah.
he died of a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, and my doctor, when he had his heart attack, he was jogging. So,
Jerry says 3 months because he needs to lose weight.
oh, okay, all right.
That's hard.
Yeah, but anyway, I had they had they had this thing going around. I don't know if they got them where y'all are at, but they have this stuff going around to different places called Lifeline thing, and they go to different. One time they were at the church, another time they were I don't know, at a school or something. But anyway, you can set up an appointment and you go there, and they supposedly check for all this stuff. Well, I had one of those things, and it was like the second or third visit with them that I had done, and that was about 6 months before my major heart attack. And I remember talking to my doctor in the hospital, and I said something about, well, I thought I was okay because I had that, these lifeline thing checked. And he didn't even have to say anything. I could tell the look on his face that, like, yeah, that's just a scam. They don't really do anything. So needless to say, I don't get those anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't catch that last one. Let me know anything was going on. Act like I was all hunky dory, and then damn near by the farm. So
At least when you left their doors, you were hunky dory.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what was interesting is I remember one time, and we're talking 6 months to a year between visits for those things. And I remember one time they said that I had something, PAD or something. I think it's some kind of like bad circulation or something like that. And then the next time I went, everything was fine. They never even mentioned that I had, because like I said, the time before they said, "Oh, you better keep an eye on this or whatever." And then 6 months later, I go again, and there was no mention of that. So, and then a few months later, I had the major heart attack. So, needless to say, if you're want to get checked out, Lifeline screening. Thank you, John. That's what that stuff is. But from that look that doctor gave me, I'm like, okay, so you're wanting to say that's a scam without coming out and saying it's a scam.
Yeah.
So enough said there. I could tell by the look on his face that was just a waste of money. So have not gone and got that anymore. All right. Well, we've got 25 people watching. Maybe we should try to do a giveaway. Maybe we should do.
Ooh.
What do you think? Should we try it?
I mean, we
Let's
can.
see. There we go. Let's do hashtag Cody.
How about
Oh. I wish you were doing hashtag bear.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say just hashtag
But he
bear
already
too.
had Cody in there.
Uh,
Yeah.
we'll do hashtag bear next week, maybe. Hey, where you going? Okay, he just jumped on the bed. Yeah, hashtag Cody.
All right. Give us some hashtag Codys out there, people. And a thumbs up.
Yeah,
A thumbs
thumbs
up
up.
doesn't increase your chances, but
Thumbs
it
up
does
be
make you
good
look
too.
nice.
I wonder, and somebody needs to come back after the fact and hit the hype button on this thing. I want to see what happens when you get it hyped. I've hyped other videos, and I don't know whether it's done anything for them or not, but mine, these things, these live streams, you never know. Sometimes you get a few views after it's, on replay, and other times you don't get squat. So
Yep.
it doesn't matter. I'm not making any big YouTube money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, we'll give you another 50 seconds or so to get the hashtag Cody in. I have not talked to old Cody in a while. I think he's been kind of busy doing. I know he was posting some stuff where he'd gone to a show or something, and I think he loaded up his machine, not his bit making machine, but his CNC, and
Yeah.
took it with him, and then he's been doing some shorts where he's making some pretty daggum bits.
Yeah.
The 3/8 ball nose, I think, is what I saw.
It
And
was
the
fun
oak.
watching that yellow arm move around, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's amazing, amazing machine he's got. All right, we're at time here. We're gonna go ahead and hit the button.
Whoop, whoop.
And where is the button?
How
I don't
come
see
you
the
haven't put
button
your
here.
name in there yet, Dave?
Oh, sugars.
Where is?
I was being a good boy this week.
Oh,
I'm not seeing the dadgum button. I guess I'm gonna have to come over here and hit it. Yeah, I can start it here. Okay, since we've got 16, 17 people that have done it. Yeah, they must have changed something because there's been a button right at the top of the screen where you hit
Yeah.
to spin it. And now I don't see it. So hopefully this works. Uh, I'm going to hit this start button down here and see if that spins it. So anyway, good luck everybody. And here we go.
yep, that worked.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, there it goes.
Brandon
Brandon
Moore.
Moore.
Very good. Excellent. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Brandon.
Very good.
Make sure you, if you don't already have my email, go to my website, davegatton.com, and click on the contact thing and make sure I have your email address. And as soon as I get off the show tonight, in just a few minutes, if you send that quick, I'll get it to you and you'll have it tonight. So, all righty. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on because I couldn't when I was talking with Paul earlier. I was trying to check the mic to make sure I was on the right mic, and I couldn't find the little thing that's got the green bar that when you talk and it moves. I never did find that,
Huh.
and now I don't see the button. There used to be a button right up here at the top that you click to start the giveaway thing. And it wasn't there. So I don't know what's going on with that.
People got to change stuff. It's like Crystal Light. I hate when products have a distinctive packaging and then they change it for no
Oh,
apparent
it's
reason.
terrible.
Yeah, I got some Crystal Light from I get the little packets to put in water, and they changed it from what it was, and now it looks like worse than the generic brand. When you go to Walmart, like they got the Walmart brand or whatever, they put such muted colors on it now, it doesn't even look like it's the real thing. Like, just leave it the way it was. Why do you need to change your packaging? Sometimes people
I
change
don't
stuff.
understand why companies do. You'd think they'd want to keep things the same because of recognition. People
Yeah. Or
look
change
at a
it
glance and
slowly.
know that it's that. But marketing
These
people, I
genius.
guess, have to think they're earning their money by changing stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Ugh.
I just don't like stuff being changed. So
These clouds.
What?
I'm gonna go out and yell at the clouds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I guess we'll get ready to get out of here then. Paul, you got any thing exciting to talk about on your way out here?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Let me ask you, what project you gonna work on this next week?
I need to get started on my granddaughter's table.
All right. What's stopping you?
I'm a
Horizontal work.
procrastinator.
See, I'm trying to give you some tough love here. you
I'm,
know.
I'm a procrastinator. My
Well,
name's Paul, and I procrastinate.
Yeah. All right. Well, trying to give you a little motivation.
Honestly, I have two faults. I'm a worrier. I worry like nobody you can ever imagine worries. and I'm a procrastinator.
Okay. I'm I'm not I'm not a word almost to a fault now because I don't worry about much anything. A lot of things I
I,
should.
I don't do anything about it. I just worry about it. I worry
Um,
about everything. I just never do anything about it.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you plan to.
I guess it's just because I don't give a shit about most everything. But it takes a whole lot of something for me to even worry even a little bit because I just
Oh,
don't care
oh,
about stuff. All
not
right. Thank
me.
you, Brandon. As soon as I get off here, uh, I will open up my email and get that and get that to you tonight, so you can go shopping at Cadence Manufacturing and Design. Get you some
Yeah.
Cody stuff.
Get you some Cody
So,
bits.
all right, Ryan. I don't even know who I got on here anymore.
That's all right. I answered to everything. You should hear what my ex-wife calls me.
Oh, I can imagine. Tell them about your Saturday night gig before you get out of here.
Yeah. Well, we got Saturday night, making it up as we go. Talking about the latest videos and CNC, laser, 3D printing, all that good stuff. And about a minute ago, I had a new video go live on my 3D printing hobby to business series. So catch up with the last couple of weeks of working there in the shop. So after
I'm
the
gonna
show,
head over there and hype it. What do you think about that?
I would love to see it hyped.
I am gonna
It'd be
hype it.
awesome. Evidently, I'm now a completely 3D printing channel on that one, so which is fine. We have the CNC stuff over on Ranger CNC, so the I'm good. I'm good with having a 3D printing channel.
Yeah, yeah. All righty. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. I had the outro queued up and I moved it. All
I
right, there we
might
go.
tell Paul next week on how not to procrastinate,
Yeah,
Okay.
but I might wait until the week after to tell him.
Okay, that'd be all right too.
yeah,
And then you and then it'll slip your mind and
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about, but that's all right. See.
All right. Well, everybody have a good rest of the week. Go watch Ryan over on Making It Up as we go on Saturday night, and come back here next Wednesday, and we will see y'all then. Everybody have a good one.
see ya.